Is there a standard agenda or format that developers should follow during the sprint review? Well, the team should follow. Okay. If you find yourself in the position as a developer being the vocal person, you're likely going to lead this meeting. But don't worry, it is a straightforward piece of work. We are going to talk about what we thought we could do, what we actually achieved, show them what we achieved, talk to them about it, get feedback, and then talk about where we're going next. This is all feedback. Feedback on your product, the thing that you care about because you build it. Okay? So please don't put huge amounts of stress on yourselves preparing for sprint reviews. It's an informal meeting. Take 5-10 minutes before you get started, by all means. Make sure that the environment you're about to show something on works. But please don't book aside 2-3 hours, roll your sleeves up and start doing meeting planning and stuff like that. Keep it simple. People are turning up to a meeting to see what you as a team have achieved. Okay? To hear it and give feedback on it and talk about the future of your product. They might be senior in the business, but they do not know as much as you do about this product. Really do keep that in your mind. It has given me confidence in so many meetings. I at least know my job better than they do. So we're going to open up with, very simply, this was the goal of the sprint and we achieved it, or we didn't. Okay? Don't make excuses. Just state it. This is what we thought we could achieve, and we did, or we didn't. Okay? To achieve that, this is the work that we took on in sprint planning. We took in these 12 items, and we only got through 6 of them. And explain the difference. Just take some time to say, turns out, that thing that we thought was really simple, really not. It took in so much time, so much effort to get it right. We got it there. If in the sprint you're doing a great job, those 6 of the 12 that you delivered were the 6 most important things. They may not have delivered your goal, but they were the things you should have done first. Okay. We need to improve. Everybody does. Now we want to talk to the stakeholders about the product itself. This is what we've built. You can go user story by user story or backlog item by backlog item, or you can have a more free-form conversation. That's going to be up to you, your stakeholders, and your product does have some level of a say in this because sometimes it's just a bit messy as you start demonstrating things. Okay, but take people through it. Testers, product owners, both very good at this because their job often involves looking at how the product works, helping people through it. Okay? Take the time, show them stuff. This is what we thought it would do. This is it working. What do you think? What could we change? What could we improve? What do you like? What don't you like? What other ideas does it spawn? What are you now thinking about? Have some questions. In my early days as a developer and as a Scrum Master, I genuinely had questions on a pad in front of me in case I got stuck. I don't remember using them. Doesn't mean I didn't. Okay? I have them. Just think down, how do I help these stakeholders explain to me what they're thinking, what they're feeling? Okay? Are there any new ideas that are coming out? And if there are, make sure somebody in the team is capturing them. Have a scribe decided beforehand. John, just make a note of all the ideas that pop up. Got it. That's on me. I'm not necessarily now going to step into other conversations because I'm keeping an ear out for new ideas. And I, as the scribe, I'm going to double check when a new idea comes up. I've got this written down. Is that what you want? So this is the main part of your review. You want to be having a conversation with your stakeholders, with your key customers. This is the product today. How can we build a better one? What do you like about it? Okay. What, if you're feeling brave, do you not like about it? aim to come up with some more backlog items, because the whole idea is as they see something, they can see how to do their job better, how to solve that problem better, or meet that need better. And as that conversation closes, you want to shift your focus to the future. In the next sprint, this is what we're thinking. It's kind of this goal. It will kind of be this work. There's no commitment here. Okay? Keep it vague-ish, which isn't a helpful phrase because it's vague itself. Okay? But you're not saying we will do this work. We will be doing that work. That's not it. Okay? This is what we're thinking. What do you know? What do you think? Are we on the right track? And if we're not, can you explain why we're not? And, there's the potential there for a conversation about how did we not know about that? Oh, it only happened 20 minutes before the meeting. Okay, such is life. But if it happened 2 weeks ago, how do we close that circle, that loop ourselves? Okay, so in the next sprint, it looks like this. And in the future, over the next few sprints, out to the next release or the key date or whatever it is that people care about in the room, this is when we're getting there. This is what the work looks like. This is, based on the data we've collected as a team, what the future of this product looks like. And if you don't like it, tell us and tell us why. And we can change it fairly easily. At this point, I tend to be talking about the current product goal. Okay? It looks like we will achieve the goal around then. And the next goal after that we will start spinning up for a few weeks beforehand looks like this. And then there's a whole load of follow on from that. But have that conversation. It's governance, it's road mapping, it's things that people really stress about. And we can keep quite civil and simple. Right? The next few weeks looks like this. The next few months looks like this. Beyond that, here's some big picture stuff that we can move around quite easily. But we want to be in that conversation so that we understand why, and we can build the product that you want, that you need, as best we can to meet that need. As a developer, keep things simple in a sprint review. Break it down. Feel free to have it written down. I have many times over. Okay? If it's you stepping up, if you're the vocal person in that team, okay? Show confidence. Step up, lead it, ask questions. I'm a coach by training. Open questions that start with what and where and how. You'll have covered them in English at some point, but open questions that can't easily be answered unless you're 5 with yes and no. Ask people those questions, invite them into a conversation, and it's amazing how quickly you can actually sit back. You can let other people interact and have a conversation, and your job then is to just make sure that it stays on track. Now, I would look at the Scrum Master, but maybe you don't have one. So you need to step into that facilitator role. You might need to step into that leader role as part of the team. And that's okay. It's an opportunity for growth, for progression, for development. Okay? Take it as an opportunity like that. Prepare yourself, but not too much. Allow it to be a free-form conversation. Keep things simple. And one of the best things that I can offer to anybody leading a meeting for what might be the first time is remember one simple thing. They don't know your plan. So if it goes off plan, they don't know. I mean, you might be scrabbling around frantically trying to get it on plan, but they don't know it's off plan. If it's still working well, if at the end of the meeting you've had a conversation about your product, about where it is today, how it could be better, and where it's going next, that is a great sprint review. And you've done the job well.